Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is a video about the principle, emphasis, and demonstration of the two-force body principle. So, although there is also three-force body principle, but I would like to focus more on two-force body. If you want more examples about problems involving two-force bodies, then you just find in my YouTube channel uh, sample problems on two-force bodies. So in this problem, the pump oiler is operated by pressing on the handle at D here, causing the plunger to raise and force out the oil out of this nozzle end. Determine the distance D. This is the distance D of link BC so that the horizontal pin reaction at A is 0. So the condition is the horizontal pin reaction at A is 0. But first of all, I would like you to pause for a while and think of the member that is considered a two-force body. So we have here the handle consisting of A, B, and this other end, but at D acts the applied force P to press this plunger to cause the oil to flow out of this uh, pump oiler. Now, remember that a two-force body is one that is bounded by smooth pins and there's no other force in between. So ABD cannot be called a two-force body because there are three forces. In fact, two per pins. So two here, two, the vertical and horizontal components, as well as this applied external force P. So that's not a two-force body. Now, if you notice, BC is a two-force body because there's no other force in between except the pin reactions at B and C. If you draw the free body diagram of BC, you can say that the X as well as the Y components of the component reactions of B and C are equal because there's no other force, as I said, in between. And this body remains in equilibrium. So BC is a two-force body. The force may be applied at C or at B, but I want to draw the FBD of ABD, so let's apply it at B, emphasizing that its line of action crosses point C as shown in the figure. Likewise, at A, it is stated that there are two component reactions, namely horizontal and vertical. You may assume the directions of these component reactions. There's no problem if you commit a mistake. It will just be negative in your calculations when through. So I assume that AX is rightward and AY is downward. This AY here will intersect the line of action of the two-force body BC at point O as shown. Since this unknown force and AY pass through point O, so this gives us the idea that we should sum up moments about O so that we can supposedly express AX in terms of P. P is of course known, given. It is just denoted by P. So we can express AX in terms of B, but that's not the question. The question is B. So I denote the distance, vertical distance of point O from A as B, y-intercept as shown, so that summation of moments about O equals 0, then the equation will be AX times B equals P times this distance. This distance is B minus 70. But we have two similar triangles here. The small similar triangle, the angle here is equal to the angle here. This is also a right triangle. So adjacent side of this angle is B, opposite is 35, while in this similar right triangle, adjacent side is 35, and the opposite is B, as shown. So again, B as to 35 equals 35 as to opposite D. So B therefore is 35 square over D. Then summation of moments about O equals 0. clockwise as positive, then our equation would be AX clockwise times B, then equals P times this distance, as I said, is B minus 70. And B is equal to 35 squared over D. So again, AX times B equals P times quantity B minus 70. This vertical distance here is B. This is B from here, minus 70. Since AX is 0, 0 times B is 0 divided by P. So 0 times B is 0 divided by P. It is still 0. So that means this quantity inside the parentheses is equated to 0. And solving for D, which remains unknown here, then D is equal to 35 squared divided by 70. And that is equal to 17.5 mm. So that's it. And I hope that in your searching for problems involving two force bodies, you can find some in my YouTube channel, thereby preparing you for your quiz.